Dear students, now we are going to discuss magnetic field to find the magnetic field intensity due to a bar magnet at some axial point and again at some equatorial point. What do you mean by axial point? We all know any point lying on the axis of the dipole is known as axial point. And here we have considered an magnetic dipole, that is a bar magnet whose south pole is shown over there and north pole is over there. It is having the effective length equal to 2L. O is the center of the dipole, magnetic dipole, and point P, which lies on the axis, is at r distance from the center of the dipole. We have also considered that the pole strength of each pole of the magnet is MP. Then we can now treat these poles separately, and you see we have already defined that magnetic dipole will be equal to pole strength into the effective length of the dipole, and the direction of magnetic dipole should be always along the direction from south pole to the north pole, and therefore we mention it mention the arrow over 2L. So this direction, this gives the direction which is along S to N, south pole to north pole. Now magnetic field due to north pole at this point P will be mu0 by 4 pi, this is constant, pole strength divided by the square of the distance of that point from this pole. So from north pole, if the point P lies at r distance from center, so the distance of pole from north pole will be r minus L, because this length ON is L, so we reduce this length, so Pn is equal to r minus L, and that whole square. Now the direction of magnetic field intensity at this point P due to north pole will be along north to south. You can imagine that we have a test magnetic pole, north pole over there. So this north pole will be repelling it. That means the direction of that magnetic intensity, field intensity, will be towards the direction N to P. Now similarly, in same fashion, we can find the magnetic field intensity at P due to the south pole. In this case, the direction will be opposite, magnitude will be also different, because the distance of south pole from point P will be slightly greater than the value of r. How much? By L factor. So the distance of S from P will be r plus L, and so that should be a square. The distance square is in the denominator. So we have mu0 by 4 pi, pole strength MP we have taken, divided by a square of the distance, that is r plus L whole square, and direction will be from P to O. Means if you have a south pole over there and you have a test north pole over there, then that will be pulling it towards it, therefore the direction. Now if we have these two individual magnetic field intensity produced due to the north pole and south pole, then we can very well understand they are in opposite directions, so the resultant will be just the difference of these two, and will be along the direction whichever is greater in strength. So you can very well understand that this factor, magnitude of magnetic field due to north pole at P, will be greater, because we are dividing the whole factor by a smaller number r minus L and whole square. But in case of magnetic field due to south pole, we are dividing it with a greater number r plus L whole square. Therefore the magnitude of magnetic field intensity due to south pole at axial point will be less than that due to magnetic field due to north pole at some axial point. So we find the difference. I leave this exercise for you to find the difference. You take mu0 by 4 pi common, MP is common. Now you have to find the difference between 1 by r minus L whole square minus 1 by r plus L whole square, and you get this result. So that you get 2 into mp into 2l into r divided by r square minus l square whole square. So you can now take 2l into mp is magnetic dipole moment. We know that magnetic dipole moment m, we know that magnetic dipole moment m is nothing but pole strength into 2l. We have just talked over here, and so we replace this factor mp into 2l by m, magnetic dipole moment m, and so 2 factor is there, r is there, and that will be the direction will be along the magnetic field which is stronger. So this is having a stronger magnitude, therefore it will be along OP. So this is the value, the final result for magnetic field at axial point due to a magnetic dipole. Now if we consider that R is much greater than L, then in that case, in this expression you can see you can ignore L as compared to R, because R is much greater than L, and therefore we have in the denominator r to the power 4 and 1 r is in the numerator, so they cancel each other and you are left with r cube in the denominator. So this is the magnetic field, and direction is along the magnetic dipole moment, and which is included means here you see you have written in the vectorial form. So whatever the direction of magnetic dipole moment is, that will be the direction of magnetic field intensity due to the magnetic dipole at some axial point. So this is how we have found the magnetic field at axial point and far axial points due to a magnetic dipole, that is bar magnet. Now in the same fashion we can find the magnetic field at some equatorial point. What do you mean by equatorial point? Any line which is at 90 degree and bisecting the axis at the center, that is equatorial line. Here this line OP is equatorial line at 90 degree to the axis and passing through the middle of the axis, through the center of the axis. Then we have to find the magnetic field intensity at point P, which is lying on the equator of the magnetic dipole moment Sn. The assumptions are same as we have made earlier. So magnetic field due to north pole at point P will be mu 0 by 4 pi is constant, mp the pole strength we have taken mp, and that divided by the square of the distance, that is pn. But pn is, you see, it is a right angle triangle, pon is a right angle triangle, and therefore pn can be found, it is hypotenuse. Pn can be found, it is equal to you see this distance OP is r and on is x. So r square plus x square whole under root is Pn. That is how we find the length of the hypotenuse. So we place the value of Pn over there, Pn square, that Pn is equal to r under root r square plus l square. So when we square this, the root factor vanishes, we are left with r square plus l square. Now similarly in the same fashion, but you see here the magnetic field due to north pole is directed along north n to p. But in the same fashion we can find the magnetic field intensity at point P due to the south pole, and that will be nothing but we'll have this magnitude mu 0 by 4 pi is a constant, mp divided by the square of the distance. So sp is nothing but pn, and pn is r square plus l square whole under root. So we are and squaring that factor, so root cancels, it becomes mp by r square plus l square. But in this case the direction of the magnetic field intensity due to south pole is along P to S, and in case that due to north pole was along N to P. So these are having different directions, and you see here you must notice that the angle, these two angles are equal theta, because the two sides, two hypotenuse are equal. So the angle be opposite to them must be also equal, and one, if it is theta, this would be also theta. And also here you see the, if you draw a horizontal line, what happens, the angle this one angle, the corresponding angle are equal and the alternate angles are equal. So these two angles are also theta degree, and once we have ascertained that it is theta, now we can find that the component of magnetic field due to south pole along vertical direction and horizontal direction, and also in the same fashion component of magnetic field due to north pole along vertical direction and along horizontal direction. What you see, the vertical component of magnetic field due to north pole is vertically upward, and vertical component of magnetic field due to south pole at point P is vertically downward, and both are having same magnitude. You see the magnitude of magnetic fields due to north pole as well as due to south pole are same. You see mu 0 by 4 pi mp upon r square plus l square. Mu 0 by 4 pi mp upon r square plus l square. So magnitudes are same, and factor, sign factor is also same. You see, if this is theta, this should be 90 minus theta. So in this case what happens, you have the factor magnetic field, this value along due to north pole into sin theta, and this factor due to south pole into sin theta, but both are in opposite direction, so they cancel each other. That means the vertical components cancel each other because their magnitude are same, they are multiplied by the same factor sin theta, and so they cancel each other. So only their horizontal components are surviving. And what will be the horizontal component of this magnetic field? B equatorial north pole will be B equatorial north pole into cos theta. That will be along the direction n to s, and for the horizontal component of B equatorial south pole will be again B equatorial south pole into cos theta along the direction s n to s. So that means the two horizontal components survive, and therefore the resultant magnetic field will at the equatorial point will be twice the magnetic field due to either of the pole, north pole and south pole or south pole, multiplied by the cos factor theta. But you see from the figure, you can see cos theta is equal to base upon, that is on, upon hypotenuse, that is Pn. So it becomes on is L and Pn is what? R square plus L square whole to the power half. So on putting the value of cos theta over here, on putting the value of B equatorial north pole or south pole, both are having same magnitude. So you get 2 into mu 0 by 4 pi mp upon r square plus l square into L by L square plus r square whole to the power half. So here we have half power, here you have 1 power, power 1. So that means that together becomes power 3 by 2, 1 and a half, that is power 3 by 2. So we get mu 0 by 4 pi, and you also see here you have mp, here you have L, and here you have 2. So mp into 2L, that becomes magnetic dipole moment M, and the direction is along n to s, that means it is opposite to that of the direction of magnetic dipole moment. Here I have missed to write magnetic dipole moment. So magnetic dipole moment is along the direction s to n, but this magnetic field at equatorial point is along n to s, but the magnetic dipole moment is along s to n. Therefore we write a negative sign over here to indicate that the direction of magnetic field at equatorial point is along the direction opposite to the direction of magnetic dipole moment M of the magnetic dipole, which we have selected to find the magnetic field due to it. So that is all for the calculation of magnetic field at equatorial point. Now in this case again we can have a case that when R is much greater than L, then what you see over here, R L, we will ignore L, and therefore we have R to the power 2 to the power 3 by 2, so that becomes R to the power 3. So here we are left with magnetic field at far equatorial point is equal to minus mu 0 by 4 pi M vector divided by R to the power 3. So you see I have done it bit fastly, and I have done it very in a concise manner, very taking the short steps, because I believe that we have done this type of exercise while doing it for electric dipole and electric dipole moment. So I think you will be familiar with these steps, and so I have taken to this liberty. Thank you and have a nice day.